Congratulations.
Okay, it's now 9:01. We're going to call the meeting to order. We will start with roll call.
Cody Compton for District 1.
Jessica Clayton for District 2.
Dawn Cash for District 3.
Okay, the notice of meeting was posted on June 15th, 2023. We'll start with the prayer and pledge of allegiance. I'll start with the prayer. Lord, as we discern the meaning of our call to leadership, help us recognize the ways to seek and minister through our lives. Inspired by the knowledge of your abiding presence, may we have the courage to reach out and support one another, to stand firm in what is true, to decrease when others should increase, and to lead with vision and compassion. Thank you for the calling that we have over our lives. We ask for your presence and protection, favor, and grace as we lead throughout the day. In your name, amen.
And to the republic which stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we'll begin with number 1, which is the approval of minutes.
I didn't have a chance to look at the minutes until this morning. I did have 2 corrections. On item number 30, we've got 2 different items here. One is Bloomert moved, Davidson seconded to approve. It should be to approve Commissioner Bloomert as representative. And then the next one was for Commissioner Davidson to be first alternate and Commissioner Mon to be second, but the actual representative was not mentioned there. And then item number 70, which was a standard long-term lease agreement for a copier. The language there is, I believe, supposed to be up on item 69 to approve Misty Ray and Michael Downs. I believe that was for the employee of the month item. So I think that language should be up on 69, and 70 was just an approval. So I don't know if you'd like to have them corrected and bring them back, or just have them make that correction and approve with those amendments. You can do that. Okay. Then I'll make a motion to approve as amended.
Second.
Yes, I did.
Okay, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item 2 is the recommendation, lowest bid.
Good morning. This is a recommendation for CW 24017 for exterminating services. In this yearly bid, we have 21 locations that we set to bid and get prices for exterminating services. I am recommending award to the low bid for 17 of our locations. The other locations I'm recommending lowest and best. That's for, for the 17 locations, I'm recommending award to Allstate Termite and Pest Solutions. And for the Juvenile Bureau, I'm recommending as lowest and best RIP Pest and Weed. And for the locations Metro Parking 1, Metro Parking 2, and the Sheriff's Office Training Center, I'm recommending lowest and best to Allstate Termite and Pest Solutions. The price was, the variance was very little, and departments would wish to award based on past performance and satisfaction that they had with that vendor. And that's my recommendation for exterminating.
Motion to approve the recommendation of the purchasing agent.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chantel.
Is there a motion to approve the claims?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And the P card standard.
It is standard. I just wanted to add a note that we are seeing increased participation with this. Our statement this month is $19,000 versus the other statements were half or even less than half of that. So we're getting a lot of good utilization, a lot of travel around this time of year.
Okay, is there a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opening of the bids.
Good morning. Two bids this morning. The first one is CW 24094, and that's for drug testing services for the drug court. The Compliance Resource Group. Tomo Drug Testing. Coordinated Care Health Solutions, LLC. And EverHealth. Sorry. The second bid is CW 24027, Correctional Facility Equipment and Supplies. Charm Tech. Bob Barker Company. AmeriCare Products. Acme Supply. Bid Supply Incorporated. Phoenix Supply LLC. Victory Supply. And ICS Gel Supplies. And that concludes the bids.
Is there a motion that be tabulated and returned?
Make a motion that the bids be tabulated and returned for future consideration by this board.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any change to the blanket?
Motion to approve.
Second.
They're gonna, okay, all in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
All right, item 7 is the selection of a bid.
Yes, this is the final purchasing item. For highway materials and supplies, this is a 6-month bid. We do twice a year, CW 24025-1. We award this according to a specific statute in the purchasing statutes, which is Title 19, 1501A3J. And so based upon that, I am awarding the native materials to all bids received. Departments are responsible for selecting the awarded vendor based upon transportation, time frame, delivery, as well as price and costs associated with those bids. Those items are aggregates, asphalt, and sands. This is a compile of multiple items. The other items on this bid, I'm recommending award to the low vendor. The item for cement slurry, I'm recommending to Oklahoma Cement Solutions. Concrete material to DeLacy Brothers. Pipe and steel grater blades to Dub Ross. Oils, Vance Brothers. Cement kiln dust to Silver Star Construction. Hauling crushed materials to A&A Trucking. Microsurfacing to Vance Brothers. All of those items were the low bid. I do have one item I would recommend award to the lowest and best. This is for seal coating pavement services to Tri-City Seal. This item was in increments of amount of square footage, 10,000 or less, 50,000 or more, and there's different increments. And Tri-City Seal was the low bidder on most of those, just not all. And so we reached out to departments to get their feedback, and this was the consensus to recommend lowest and best on this item. And that's what I have for today. It's a big one, sorry.
It's fine. Your motion.
Motion to approve the recommendation from the purchasing agent.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Is there any individual consideration on the consent docket?
Good morning, Commissioners. If I could, I'd like to address one of your items, excuse me. And incidentally, congratulations to the new 2 commissioners. What an improvement. I am personally pleased. Okay, item number 16. Item 16 is sort of the wrap up on our annual resale. We went into the resale as of 8 o'clock Monday morning with 230 properties in the resale. We subsequently sold 164 of them to individuals. 4 of them came to the county so that makes up our 169. Actually, we had 5 come to the county, but that's what I'm up here for. We're asking you to strike the last item on the ones that came to the county, and that's common areas. This, once again, I always give this speech every year, and every year we sell a drainage ditch. And this was this year's drainage ditch. So what we're going to do, we got the law changed a few years ago. Used to be we were mandated to take it. If we didn't sell it, it had to go. Only the Board of Commissioners could get it, had to take it. We got that changed a few years ago because of the responsibility, because of the cost of upkeeping it, plus all the other ramifications. So in this case, this clearly is a common area. We would like to have it removed from there, and then we will proceed with other recommendations back to you on this one piece of property. So with that again is the wrap up. We had a great sale. We sold $7.7 million is what we took in for all the properties. And a reminder that most of that's excess money, which means it goes to the owner of record as of 8 o'clock on that Monday morning. And geez, probably at least 7 cents out of every dollar is going back to an owner of record. But with that, be happy to answer any questions on it. Thanks again also for the use of the facility over on Lincoln. That facility, starting with parking, is just number one. And second, it's easy to get a bunch of people in there. So we consider we had a very good year. It's always fun the rest of the week after the sale closed at noon on Tuesday. Then they start showing up at the office. I didn't know. Anyway, questions?
So you want us to strike the part after the last semicolon there where it says common areas A and B?
Yes, well, actually,
And does block 000 stay in there?
yes, it does. Everything else should stay in there, most particularly the account number 21045-1500. Those 2 lines, and then that block 000.
Stay?
Go.
Is it, okay. What else besides common areas?
The 2 lines right above it, where it's the description, Ann Arbor Park Edition, common areas A and B. So that stays along with Oklahoma County.
All righty. You want to take item 16 then individually, and we'll do the rest of the consent docket.
Sure. I'll move approval of the consent docket absent item 16.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And now item 16.
Number 16, I will move to approve
Strike.
subject to,
Strike the property.
right. I will move approval of item 16 with striking the item that the Oklahoma County Treasurer mentioned, which is the Oklahoma County Common Areas A and B associated with account 21045-1500.
Second.
And block 000.
I think that's all part of the same thing.
Okay.
That's true.
All righty. All in favor, say aye.
Thank you. And again, welcome to the new commissioners. Very nice to have you.
He's such a suck up. All right. Item District 1, 19.
All right, this is our CPACE project that is here. We've got a representative here to speak on this.
Yes, thank you, Commissioners. Lena Dozier with the Alliance for Economic Development, representing the Oklahoma Industries Authority. This is a CPACE assessment contract under consideration. The applicant is BT Development. It's going to be located in the Innovation District at 308 Northeast 9th Street. It's going to contain Innovation Hall, which is a MAPS 4 project, and it's got to get matching funds from the MAPS 4 funding. There are 20 items listed that qualify for CPACE, and this is going to be the largest CPACE contract in the state, coming in at just a little over $28 million. The OIA recommends approval. You have any questions?
This is an exciting project.
It is a very exciting project. I don't know if you guys have seen the construction, so
Yeah, I will gladly motion to approve.
thank you.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you for being here today. This is the professional services agreement for the Finance Authority for our rental assistant. We have Mr. Davidson here to speak on this.
Good morning, Commissioners. This is kind of a last-minute compliance item for us. As you know, the county has been awarded 3 tranches of ERA funds at this point. ERA 1 for approximately $8 million, ERA 2 for $13.2 million. And in April, we were notified by Treasury that we were going to receive approximately $1.7 million more. And so we've kind of been through the processes, the vetting, how we can deploy these dollars out into the community. And so we're asking, just like we have on the prior iterations, that we enter into this agreement with BOCC to administer these funds and then either deploy them through our contracting agency, Community Cares Partners, or through individual grants within Oklahoma County.
Okay, any questions?
Jared, thanks for all your hard work on all 3 of these allocations of funds, as well as other stuff that you helped the county with. I really appreciate it. And I will motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I should have mentioned this before, but this doesn't change anything. But I just wanted to, for everybody's information, from ERA 2 alone, we received 35,257 applications for assistance. We were able to fund 2,088 of those applications, direct assistance for utility arrears, rental arrears, just shy of $10 million, housing stability funds, and grants for $1.6 billion. So the funds have been spent efficiently and targeted to those who have needed it the most in the county. So thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The next items are renewals. So if you're okay with it, I'll just read them to you as we go along. 21 is a copier contract. 22 is with Gary James and Associates for legal services. I would point out on this one, it's redoing the contract to not exceed 25,000 because we believed we didn't need as much as was previously encumbered. So that's actually an amended contract. And 23 with Gary James again. 24, these are the mutual agreements that we do annually. Western Heights. 25, Bethany Schools. 26, Choctaw Nakoma Park Schools. 27, Hera Public Schools. 28, City of Nichols Hills. 29, between Bethany and Oklahoma County. 30, between Valley Brook and Oklahoma County. 31, between Choctaw and Oklahoma County. 32 is 4 acres. 33 is Woodlawn Park. 34 is Hera. And if you don't have any objection.
Commissioner, just real quick, on 26, Choctaw Nakoma Park Public Schools, this board approved a contract. District 1 ran that back on May 24th, and it's been approved. It has actually gone out the door to Choctaw Nakoma Park Schools.
Okay. Do you wish to just do that contract in the future for District 1 so we don't duplicate efforts?
I hate to speak to the future, but we can definitely get together next year ahead of time.
Well,
we have
we'll
that with Oklahoma City and Oklahoma City Public Schools as well, so maybe kind of some delineation there of who's responsible for what.
Well, we can omit it from our list next year because it's a hassle to send those out. Okay. So strike item, I guess let's just do a motion to strike item 26.
So moved.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Now, with regards to the rest of them, is there a motion to approve 21 minus 26 all the way down to 34.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 District 3.
Okay, on item 35, I'm going to move to defer until Commissioner Davidson is here. I initially put this on in a meeting that I thought he was going to be in attendance, and so it got bumped around. So if we could defer to the next meeting when he's in attendance, that will be my motion.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And then for item number 36, we have here today representatives of Gordian regarding a job order contracting program that we'd like everyone to consider. So I'll let them get into the details of it. You may come on up. If that's okay with you, Mr. Chairman.
Mhm.
We've been talking with Gordian for some time. They presented to P&G this proposal. It's a proposal that, or a program that we've been working with the state for some time. It's no longer available with the state, specifically through OMES. And so we're looking at the county picking up that ball for us and providing that program, not just for us, for possibly others as well. And they're here to present on what that would look like for us, resources needed, et cetera. So
Good morning, Commissioners. Bill Simon from Gordian. Thanks for having me back. So what the program would look like is this would be a job order contracting program, which is essentially an on-call contractor program to do primarily renovation or repair type work for the county as well as other surrounding agencies. We would work with purchasing and facilities to help set up the program. We would establish a unit price book for the county. Also do contractor outreach because the goal is to have local contractors as part of the program. We would work with you all to issue a solicitation for those contractors, get them awarded, train them, train the staff, and then you'd have a pool of contractors available to do work, whenever projects come up. That's kind of the high level. I'm happy to answer any questions that you all have.
if and when we get this up and running, like how soon can you all be up and running so that we could utilize the program?
Sure. Typically, we can do it in about 90 to 120 days, but we can move faster. We can move as fast as your teams can. The solicitation process is probably what takes the longest, roughly about, I'd say 3 to 4 weeks.
And what resources would you need from us?
Primarily Stacy's team and also purchasing. Those would be the primary resources. We usually have a bi-weekly meeting that lasts for that 3-month period. But that's about it beyond issuing the solicitation.
Have I missed anything?
No, I'll be interested to see when the proposed contract and everything comes back. This was a program that the county really utilized heavily when the state had the program, and then when it went away, we definitely did see an impact. So having the ability to continue on with a program like this, I think, is important for the county to be able to get projects done in a timely manner and as cost effectively as possible. So I'm excited about the potential for a program such as this.
Absolutely, yeah. It helps you satisfy that bid requirement on the front end and allow you to get those projects done more quickly, especially if they're time sensitive.
Right.
Okay. Is there a motion?
I will move that we advance towards negotiation into a contract.
You know, 1 second.
I will. I just don't have the button.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I didn't hit motion. It's my
Okay.
bad. Very good.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, sir, for your
Thank
time.
you. Appreciate it.
County clerk. This is the actuarial services for the workers' comp. This is just a renewal carry, isn't it? Is there a motion?
Motion approved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Item 38 is the annual contract with the City of Oklahoma City and the County Commissioners for the SHINE program. This was discussed yesterday in Policy and Governance, so you two are familiar with this. Is there any other discussion you wish to have?
I would just say with discussions with Grant, I know this contract amount is a little bit less than it was last year. He did indicate that the city said that if it looks like we're, utilizing those dollars, that they are willing to go back up to the old amount. So I will move approval of this contract.
And my understanding is it's just the same thing we just did with Gary James's contract. It's to free up encumbrances in the event they're not utilized, they won't be locked in.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you for getting that off high center, because that was getting close. All right, the DA. This is our contract with them in the amount of $719,437 for general counsel.
I'll move approval.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Engineering.
This is to sign the title sheet for the final plans on a bridge in District 3, 178th Street over Deer Creek.
Move
I'll
approval.
move second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, we have Cleo Shoeshine lease and a copier lease for facilities. Is there a motion to approve both those two?
So moved.
Second.
All in
Oh,
favor?
I think I
Oh, fine, I got
hit
it.
the wrong button.
All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Juvenile Bureau, Hannah.
Good morning. Item 43 is our ARPA contract with Divine Wisdom Task for our crime violence intervention program. We're excited to get that one kicked off here in the next couple weeks.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And the next three items are just standard renewals for our elevator contract, our sex offender program with OU, and then number 45 is just our JBI federal grant contract. They're all standard renewals.
I'll move approval of 44, 45, and 46.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you again for hosting our staff the other day for a tour.
Thank you. We appreciate you coming. Thank you.
Policy and governance. Miss Jessica.
Number 47 is the closeout of Project 10131 in the amount of $226,868.46 that will be returned to ARPA Fund 1415.
Move approval.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And the number, oh, sorry.
I think we have Heath here, right, for this item? Thank you for being here, sir.
Thank you. I love to see y'all's smiling faces every morning. Heath Hayes with the Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services here to propose asking for additional funds to be attributed from your ARPA funds to support the expansion of a new hospital here in Oklahoma City that serves both adolescents and adults, adding 100 beds to its infrastructure and potentially moving it to Oklahoma City.
My understanding is this is the part that will kind of bring it across the finish line.
Yeah, we're at a gap of $10 million and about $500,000 to fill that gap, and this would seal the deal.
And while this is still a significant contribution for us, it's a minor part of the overall consortium of fundraising partners you've had.
Yes, absolutely. There's several different community foundations, the city, that have contributed this, as well as the state legislature's ARPA monies. And then we would still need to sell the land in Norman where we currently reside to be able to fill the rest of that. But it's been estimated to be valued enough to be able to get us to the total funding of $147 million.
And coming back to us wasn't a decision done lightly. From my understanding, the fundraising team really exhaustively checked a number of philanthropic foundations and so forth, and they just kind of hit a wall. So this is needed to get it done.
Absolutely, yes.
Is there any other questions?
No. I'll motion to approve. I appreciate you guys' hard work on this issue. This will be a great benefit to Oklahoma County.
Thank you.
I think it'll be a game changer in our community.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Heath. Purchasing. Nikki.
Good morning.
Aye.
Couple I've got the letter of intent that I could not attach. Can I present this to you guys?
Sure thing.
Motion to receive document.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks, Nikki.
So this is a funding opportunity through the Oklahoma City Community Foundation. It's their Culture and Community I-Fund grant. And basically what this grant does is it provides funding to cultural programs um, presented throughout the state. So it's programs that enrich Oklahoma's culture, Oklahoma's art, and in several different artistic expressions. So what we've done is we've gotten together. It was basically a grant planning team, and we interviewed a couple of different organizations throughout Oklahoma County, and I guess we chose Esperanza School, and Esperanza Elementary School is A+ school, which A+ schools are art integrated schools. And so what we decided is that we would like to create a program called Expressing Culture Through Art, and it'll be a puppet show. And what this puppet show will encompass is the different art and culture throughout Oklahoma. And it would be a puppet show contest between 3 elementary schools that are in each one of the districts. And what we propose is each one of the commissioners go to their district, watch the puppet show, choose a winner. That puppet show would then have the opportunity to go and see a live theater show or showing throughout Oklahoma at that time. It's whatever is shown. We don't know. Hamilton just showed at the Civic Center, so it's just whatever is available at the time. We are wanting to ask the Oklahoma City Community Foundation for $40,000 to kickstart this effort. We would be a pass-through for the A+ integrated schools, the partnership that we would want to form. And we would also like to form partnerships with the different local arts, theaters, different art organizations throughout the state, whether it be the First Americans Museum, the Oklahoma Chickasaw Cultural Museum, whether it is the Civic Center. We just want to forge these relationships throughout the state. So I'm asking if you guys would approve of this program and allow me to apply for this grant. And if we're chosen, have an art contest that is sponsored by the county, Oklahoma County. So if you guys have any questions or comments or suggestions, I would love to entertain any or all.
When's the deadline on this?
The deadline for the letter of intent is this Friday.
Oh,
And the application deadline is June 30th, both at 5 p.m.
well, this isn't really the kind of stuff I was hoping we would be working on getting grants for, but do y'all have any thoughts?
Nikki, tell us what our role exactly would be here. We would apply for the $40,000 grant, and then we would simply be a conduit.
We would facilitate the partnerships for the A+ schools, the art integrated schools, and all of the art organizations throughout the state.
And the money would go to like supplies.
Correct. And the field trip for the children who win the puppet show, we would pay for the field trip experience pretty much. So the bus, the show that we choose within our budget, we would facilitate that. But the schools would obviously be the ones who would take the children and provide the bus service. We would just provide the monetary support for them to go and actually have that experience.
And Nikki, you may have mentioned this, and if you did, I'm sorry I didn't catch it, but Is there any matching requirement from the county attached to this grant, or would this grant be the sole economic funding source for this program?
Well, there are in-kind funding from the schools that they'll have to provide their time.
I'm talking about Oklahoma County.
Just for Oklahoma County, no support, no monetary support. We would just hold the $40,000 and we would give it to the different organizations that enter into the puppet show.
So we would administer the competition and the commissioners would judge.
We wouldn't quite administer it. It would be the schools that would administer it.
Okay.
The commissioners would simply pick the winners of the show. They would pick the winners.
But you would be administering from the aspect of making sure that the funding went into the proper places and spent in an appropriate manner.
Correct.
Okay.
And what did you say? Forgive me, you said June 1st or July 1st? What was our timing?
The letter of intent is due this Friday, and the application deadline is due the 30th, both by 5 p.m., which is next Friday. Or, yes, next Friday. And I understand that, yes, this may not be the types of grants that we, might have been going for initially. But this is low-hanging fruit for the county. I've been able to apply for over $10 million thus far in grants, and we have not been awarded anything just yet. But this would be low-hanging fruit for us, and this would just really give us, the Oklahoma County, and it would give the community our presence, that there is someone here that's doing this work now, and that the county is here doing the work. So it would give us presence. It would be a good start for the program.
Motion to approve. Thank you, Nikki, for your help. I think getting children involved in arts is important, and a partnership with the A+ schools, I think, is important.
I wonder if we could bifurcate and proceed with the letter of intent and then have Commissioner Davidson and Commissioner Bloomer here to approve the final application.
I think that's fair.
I would move to proceed with the letter of intent.
Okay. That's already been moved, I guess.
Yeah, I think
Unless you're
that's what
uncomfortable.
this item is to submit the letter of intent, correct?
Letter of intent and application both.
Okay, I'm fine to modify my motion, just to be clear that it is to allow you to submit the letter of intent, which is due on the 30th. When would
Friday.
this Friday. When would the application be due?
On the 30th.
On the 30th. So, do you know how long that application is going to take for you to fill out?
I should have the narrative complete next week, perhaps by Thursday.
So you could work on the application ahead of our next BOCC meeting will be the 28th, which is only gives you 2 days. But you would be able to work on that application, and then on the 28th, BOCC could authorize you to submit the application or not.
Correct.
Correct? Okay. I just didn't want to get into a situation to where if we approve that, she didn't have sufficient time to fill out the application. So you could begin that at this point as well. Just no submission until after further board approval.
I want to take a moment and commend Nikki for putting together an approach of collaborating with all the districts and inviting the other deputies and different community positions amongst the districts to come together in order to formulate this idea. It was really refreshing and exciting to be able to be in a room and dream about what we'd want to do with this opportunity. And so I just wanted to thank her for putting together a committee of all the offices in order to apply for this grant. So thank you for your hard work on all the grants that you do.
Thank you for your support.
Okay, so just to be clear, my motion is to approve submission of the letter of intent by this Friday, as well as Nikki to begin completing the application process, but not submitting the application until future board action.
Okay.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 No. Okay, the sheriff.
Nikki,
Thank
I
you.
wanted to echo. We thank you for your time in putting that together.
Yeah, it's exciting seeing not just the other applications, but this type of stuff as well. It's exciting to see what we can do.
Good morning. We've got several things. Most of them can be, I think, lumped together. So starting with number 50, it's a tech-based renewal for our fingerprint efforts. Number 51 supports the MDCs, which are the computers in our cars. 52 through 61 are SRO, existing SRO contract renewals. It's worth noting that their daily rate's going up from $325 to $394. We met with each one of our existing partners in person, command staff and the sheriff, and notified them that kind of some financial things that we see on the future, and we're going to have a stepped increase through the next 3 years, and we laid all that out for them. They weren't exactly happy about it, but they understand, that the costs are going up just for personnel related stuff. So, if pleasure of the board, if we're good to take those renewals all in one lump. The last two items are new, and I would like to go over those separately.
Motion to approve items 50 through 61.
Second.
And among those is the Mount St. Mary's there, and the headmaster, Tony Tyler, who's on the CJAC committee, actually called me and commended me for your work on doing it, because once he understood the financials and understood the county had in part been subsidizing these, knowing our financial challenges of late, he commended us for doing the due diligence. So thank you for your department on pursuing that.
Yes, and it's worth noting on that topic, we've had several other schools that have approached us, and we've made it clear any expansion of the program is going to they're going to have to meet the financial burden at 100%. So this board can expect to see probably a couple before the school year starts up that are going to be at 100% by the school. So that'll be a first for us. So
yeah, I appreciate you guys looking at that. I know several years ago, prior to current administration, we were having some of these discussions in BET and about that gap, and it was a pretty significant gap at the time. And we understand that the program serves a vital interest, but we also have to be able to afford it. And you guys have been working your way to fill that hole, and it appears that you've got 3 more years that you're even trying to make more headway, and I really appreciate that.
Very good. 62 is a contract. I think it's a contract amendment for the bids for assets contract, which is going to allow us to do sheriff sales online. There was some concerns. I think some, informal legal challenges is the best way I can word that. Aaron had some concerns. We worked through those. We talked to the vendor, and everybody's happy. This isn't something we're going to try to make money on. There are some other counties that are trying to generate some revenue on it, but we're not going to do that. Our anticipated benefits on this project are going to be significantly less effort on behalf of our staff. So it's going to free up some time, which in return, I think is going to do some good stuff for us. So you can take that one.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And then 63 is, and we've done a few of these. There's a statute, a mechanism in state statute that allows the sheriff to commission municipal police officers within his county with county law enforcement credentials to allow them to accomplish specific things. It's the statute supports everybody's actions are on the back of that governing body, employing agency, and all that. So there's no additional liability on behalf of the sheriff or the county. And the intent of the Jones Police Department, they have a school that's within their school district that's outside of the municipal boundaries, and they want to have the option of responding and taking care of problems over there. So that's the intent of this. It's a unique interlocal that requires wet signatures, so I've got those to give to the clerk if we can get on the original document if we're approved.
So we need to receive that document?
I don't think so.
It's attached. I
It's
think you just
attached.
need the
Yeah,
wet
I just need
signature.
what's dictated on
Okay.
this document.
Okay.
not PDF.
All right. Is there a
Motion to
motion?
approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Mr. Treasurer. If you want to.
For wet signatures, I can never top the sheriff. Item 64, and we're going to go through these in a huge group here in just a second. Item 64 is for our annual lease contract with the mail machine, and this is leased using my resale property budget because that's what this mail machine is used for predominantly. So just a lease.
You want to just keep going?
Actually, no, because they change now.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, 65 is lease again with an auto agent software. This is at no cost to the county. This is a group that when we work with our mortgage groups, where companies will consolidate a number of mortgage payments from a number of different counties, from a number of different companies to be sent to us, then this is the software that's used to process all that.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, now's where I'd like to start putting a bunch of them together. In fact, all of them with exception of 91 and 92, and in fact, I'd like to hold those two out and take the rest of them, items 66 through 100, for approval at the same time. They all are associated with, by resolution from you all, you will be directing the county treasurer to invest the monies in these various funds, and where the interest earnings are to go back to these various funds. So that's all internal, done by resolution, and I would ask for your approval on item 66 through 100, except for 91 and 92.
I'll move approval of items 66 through 90, and then 93 through 100.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And last but not least, items 91 and 92 are you are giving us authority to use the various facilities within Oklahoma County as official depositories. Upon approval, this will give us, mark the opportunity, for example, to buy CDs from any of these various opportunities, these various financial institutions located within Oklahoma County.
Move approval of items 91 and 92.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you all, and to our new commissioners, you both have aged very well this morning.
Okay, Commissioner comments, District 1,
None for me. Thank you.
3.
No, thank you.
Any new business? Any citizens wishing to speak? Hearing none, is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I'm all right.
Good morning.
Is there a PBA posted? Do you want me just to declare right now a no quorum? Okay. I'd try to call together a PBA meeting at this time, but seeing no quorum, I'll declare it non-meeting.